Good day everyone, my name is Navneet Anand from AajKal, local and global. First test match India versus England in Nottingham. बारिश की वजह से ड्रा हुआ. हमने सोचा एक बार फिर से इनवाइट करते हैं ग्लेनवुड स्टूडियो से बैठे हुए सौरभ जी का. सौरभ जी, वेलकम टू वॉइस ऑफ क्रिकेट.
Thank you, Navneet. Thank you, and good to be back here. And can't wait for the next test match starting from tomorrow.
अच्छा, बारिश की वजह से मैच ड्रॉ तो हो गया, but what do you think who was in the stronger position?
I think if you look at the situation at end of day 4, India were at 1 for 52, chasing another 157. So on papers and according to situation, I think India were on top. If we talk about England, they were saying they only needed 9 deliveries. But the way India batted in first inning, especially the middle to lower order, and the way India batted in the end of day 4, India were looking more favourites than England.
Well, match complete nahi ho paya, but still there were some injuries that happened in the match itself.
Yeah, it looks like there are 2 injuries, one from India, one from England. They might still play tomorrow, but at this moment, from India it's Shardul Thakur and from England is Stuart Broad. They look like they might not play, or if they're not fully fit, of course, they will have other replacements.
Talking about the second test match happening in Lord's, the mecca of cricket. In few lines, how would you analyze it? That how the match is going to be?
Okay, so this, like you said, mecca of cricket, Lord's, the biggest stage, one of the biggest tests, India, England, top 3-4 teams, and this is start of new cycle of World Test Championship. The big positive is the weather is looking good. For next 5 days, there are no prediction of rain. Other thing, if we talk about the pitch, as per our sources which just contacted us, it shows the pitch is pretty green at the moment, but it might change by the time the match starts. So yeah, looks like another promising pitch, another promising test match.
सबसे पहले तो the first requirement is the match to go on for 5 days,
Yeah.
right? And both teams to play the full 11 wickets. That is something that is required. क्योंकि audience के लिए भी who have paid to go and watch the match on the ground, उनके लिए सबसे जरूरी ये रहता है कि मैच complete हो और उसका कोई ना कोई result निकले.
बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने. And if you see the first match, it was sold out for first 4 days. Fifth day never happened. It was sold out. So good to see the sports bringing back people. In UK, the world is like running as normal as it can be. So that's a very good sign. Let's hope even in Lord's we'll get full capacity crowd. And when, like we said, it's India, England, one of the biggest stage, biggest ground. There's so much history, there's so much tradition about this test match. So let's hope there's no rain and we can get full crowd.
Talking about match with full capacity there in England, मुझे आज भी याद है that Sydney cricket ground, the match that happened, I think more than 25,000 crowd was there and no mask. वो कोरोना काल से थोड़ा निकल के हम लोग बाहर ही आए थे and we have been subjected back to the same lockdown here in Sydney. मेरा बहुत मन करता है that we talk face to face here in studio will give us much more pleasure than talking like this. But nevertheless, hope sustains life. बहुत ज़्यादा दिनों की बात नहीं है. The way the vaccination is going, I think using this platform, I would urge each and everybody to convince their family members who have not gone out for the vaccination. Please make sure that they go out and start getting the doses. मेरे ख्याल से vaccination is the only option that we have to keep it open.
Definitely, you're absolutely right. If we want to get back to normality, like you said, if you're eligible, please go and get vaccinated. There's check with your GP or whoever you want to check with. Go ahead, do the needful, and let's get back to normal life.
Team changes की अगर मैं बात करूं, are we expecting any major changes happening this time?
I think India might still go ahead with the same team if Shardul Thakur is fit. If he's unfit, we might see Ashwin coming back to bolster the batting, because he can bat. We have seen in last couple of years his batting is improved. We saw in Australia also, and he can bowl well in any pitch. Even if it's green, he can extract bit extra bounce. And when we talk about England, if Stuart Broad is unfit, they have recalled Moeen Ali if they want to play another spinner, and they have also have option of Mark Wood, who can be very pacey on any given day. So these 2-3 changes we are expecting if Shardul Thakur and Stuart Broad still unfit by the time match starts tomorrow.
Talking about Shubman Gill, उसको मैंने बड़ा miss किया first test match. I think second test match में शायद he is not playing as well.
No, so Shubman Gill is out of the tour completely. He's already back in India. His replacement, we got Prithvi Shaw, Suryakumar Yadav, and they're not gonna start playing until the third match because they're still in quarantine. But if you talk about replacement, KL Rahul came and opened the inning and he scored well in both the innings. First inning, him and Ravindra Jadeja was our turning point, the way they batted. And then even in second inning, Rahul played pretty well before he lost his wicket by the end of the day. But yeah, I think he's ready, he's eager, and he has made some changes in his technique, which we can see the way he batted. So yeah, it's looking promising for India.
Talking about Surya Yadav and Prithvi Shaw, मेरे ख्याल से जल्दी इनकी quarantine खत्म होने वाली है. They would be back seen on the grounds, doing the practice as well as playing the real matches. May the best team win the game. But before we wrap up, what would be your view on the overall tournament as well as this particular match that's happening in Lords?
I would say momentum is little bit more with India than England. England, their captain performed. If you take his innings away, no one else performed. So they need to start performing. Like we said in first test match, England top order needs to start performing, and then same their bowling. Jimmy Anderson bowled really well. Stuart Broad was a bit over the place. And when we talk about India, like we emphasized last time, Kohli, Rahane and Pujara, they are due for a big score. So I hope this test ground, the historical test ground, the traditional test match, brings out best of all the good players so that we can have a amazing test match, and which, let's hope it lasts for 5 days and we have a result in favor of India.
Look, Saurabh, thank you so much for taking the time out in between your meetings. Of course, the meetings are being done online these days, but I still would like to say thank you so much for giving your time.
Thank you very
Voice of
much.
Cricket पे आज सौरभ से की बात और मैं आपका नवनीत. Thank you so much.
One-stop answer to your Australian education and visa matters. Gemco Sydney. Dream big, achieve big.
Fiji Times. Be with the times.
For all your finance needs, contact Unique Mortgage Services. Log on to uniquemortgages.com.au.